Welcome to the Shay Speaks podcast. I am your girl, Shay Speaks Life, and all my life I has to fight, you feel me? Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Shay Speaks podcast. Now, just to remind you guys, go back and check out the last episode. And that last episode, we did talk about creativity. In tips, right? Like 5 tips on, what you can implement or apply in order to jumpstart back those juices flowing for your creativity. Because a lot of times we kind of get off track. Content creators, artists, you guys can get writer's block for some of my authors out there. So I definitely want to go back and check that last episode out on how you can apply those tips to jumpstart that creativity. Now, this episode, y'all, we're going to be talking about control. Now, we talked about creativity. Now we're going to talk about control. I like to keep the siege, you feel me, going. All right. So look, the themes that are centered around control, right? We talk about the themes. We're going to go through maybe like 5 or 6 themes centered around control. And what I mean by that, right? To incorporate these themes in your life, in the different themes that we have in our life, whether that be through personal, through emotions, through budgeting and finances, you know what I mean? Control, right? We're going to go into step 1, guys. Taking control of your life, okay? A lot of times we are kind of all over the place, aren't we? And so we may have a lot of chaos and trials and tribulations that come and rock your foundation, if you will. It'd be like, whoa, I didn't expect that to happen. Of course, it's life, right? Yeah, it's life. So when life does happen, how do you take control back, when chaos is happening? What are the tools and things that you use to ground yourself? All right, so taking control of your life. These are going to be the tips for personal empowerment. All right. Share advice on how to take charge of one's life, right? These are going to be, setting the goals and making decisions that align with your personal values, right? And for an example, right, when you're sharing these goals with others, you're helping to empower your personal self, right? You're like, yeah, these are the things that I did implement and I put in. That's giving power back to you, okay? That's how, one of the 1 steps to taking control of your life and taking, for that personal empowerment, you're going to share, right? It's no use of you holding and harboring all these great, strategies that you've implemented to getting control of your life if you're not sharing it, with the next person. That next person may take that heed, take heed to what you're telling them, and that could change their life drastically, okay? So one way of taking control of your life is taking that personal empowerment, guys. Taking the power of you sharing with others, and that's helping to empower you and build on taking control, all right? So we're going to go to number 2, right? Number 2 would be controlling your emotions. Ooh, let me go back on that one, y'all. Let me just skirt a little bit. Taking control of your emotions. That's a heavy rooted, that's heavy for a lot of us. Let's be honest, right? Taking control of your emotions, you want to be able to master techniques on managing stress and anxiety. We be having a lot going on, okay? The emotional roller coaster, if you will. And guys, for me at Shay Speaks Life, I'm always going to incorporate astrology into, right, what I do, because that is my language, right? That's my secondary language, if you will. And though it may not be the primary language for many, I still will use that to still kind of wing you into my world a little bit, right? And so I say all that to say, when we take on stress and anxiety and we go through this roller coaster, these ups and downs, for an example, we'll take Geminis. They're like the twins of the zodiac. They can be very hot and cold. They can be up and down, if you will. Okay. Those are going to be just general aspects of personality traits for, some of our zodiac signs. However, if you're able to have the proper techniques and strategies to help you overcome when you do have stress and anxiety, when things that are not in your control happen. You can't control things that happen in your life. You be like, damn, I didn't think that was going to happen. Bam, it did. Now what you going to do? Life said, universe said, what you going to do after this happened? Okay. So it's going to be important on how you can discuss various methods for regulating your emotions, right? When they do go, sometimes you need that time alone, right? You need to either go into a deep resting stage, right? By yourself, get some introspection. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself together, right? Mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing, getting out into nature, right? Being able to find the things that will ground you to control those emotions, to gain that control of those emotions for you guys. That's going to be number 2. And I think that honestly, though, the controlling the emotions, because sometimes we can have things that are happening in our lives that we haven't fully healed from. That's going to be triggering, okay? Things that are going to be happening that's going to trigger those emotions. They're going to trigger you to go or feel like at least that you've fallen back down somehow on your journey. Like you might have took a step back and have to say 2 steps forward type, that aspect, right? So being able to control your emotions is going to be major. That's one of the major things in your life that if you don't have no control over that, your life is going to be in chaos all the time. It's going to be like a revolving door, like one thing after another. If you don't gain control of your emotions, you're blowing up here, you're going off there, you're doing it. So it's like so many moving parts, guys. You want to make sure that you find techniques to gain that control of your emotions. All right. Or you might want to seek me. What? You need me to come help you? Because I cost. Okay. I'm just saying, y'all know I'm crazy. All right, on to number 3. All right, controlling your time effectively. Ooh, did I say that again? Let me say that again for y'all, because I don't really think that you guys heard me. Did you? Okay. Control your time effectively, guys. Ooh, that may touch the hearts of some of you, as it should, right? So being able to control your time, we all have the same amount of time in a day. Now, whether some people do more with their time and get more accomplished with their time is going to be something that sets them apart, right? They're able to control their time effectively. They know these hours and these constructs within this time period and what I'm able to do and my ability to be able to, put forth this action to get these things done, right? Controlling your time effectively, guys. Time management strategies. Ain't no, I'm waking up at this time and then I'm thinking I'm going to make this amount of money based off of the time that I slept. Well, you didn't sleep most of the day. How is you going to make your money? Okay. That's what I'm saying. These are going to be things, guys, you want to make sure that you have great time management strategies. Maybe have some tips, right? Find some tips on how you can prioritize your tasks. See, if you got deadlines, set realistic deadlines, because a lot of you guys, you'll work right up into the deadline, though that may work for some people. Sagittarius are great. Sagittarius are great. Geminis are great when it comes to, they'll work dead on right up until the deadline and do some of their best work. It's quite amazing, right? You be like, damn. Because if I try to do the shit gonna fail, okay? I'll be like, everybody can't do it. And then it's not even that, it's that you chance it a little too much. So some of you guys that get into a funk of trying to do things at the last minute to feel that I do my best work at the last minute. Okay, you need to pick and choose your battles, because that's not going to always work ideally. We aren't talking about hypothetically. So we don't want to talk about hypothetically. We want to talk about facts. And the facts is that's not going to always happen. So you want to pick and choose your battles wisely and set realistic deadlines, guys. Stop procrastinating. Avoid procrastination at all costs, okay? In order to effectively control your time, you gotta avoid procrastination and make most of your time. A lot of us do get set in our ways a little bit of procrastination. It is easy for us to get sidetracked. It is easy for us to maneuver around what needs to get done. So it's going to be important, guys, that you control your time effectively with time management strategies. All right. Because I don't want to have to beat a dead horse. Okay. Because y'all be playing. Y'all be playing for real. I just be like, You be like, well, I ain't got enough time to do it. And I be like, well, damn, well, they had enough time to do this. I got 4 things done today and you only got 2. What is it with your time management skills that did not allow you to finish on time? Okay, I'm just saying. Period. We're gonna go on to the next one, y'all. All right. What I was gonna say now, like, okay. So step 4, control, right? We're talking about the techniques, the themes that are centered around control, right? Whether that be your life, whether that be your emotions, whether that be your time, right? Now we're gonna talk about that bag, okay? Now we're gonna talk about controlling your finances. Hello, ching ching, money. You feel me? Controlling your finances, guys. Being able to budget and save for a secure future. Now, granted, some people may not even believe in the future. Like, okay, why are we trying to save up for the future when we don't even know if we're going to make it to the future? Which is, I see where you're going with that. I really feel you on that, because it's a balance of like, yeah, that is true. You could be saving up for how long this set out, but who says that you're going to even make it? So then, like, the time that you're working in the present, right? You're working into the future, but you're not even certain that that future is going to be on the other side. However, I will say this, right? Being able to effectively, control your finances and budget, right? Provide guidance, basically, guys, and leading from the front, and especially if you're the head of the household, you got to be able to create a budget. You got to be able to track your expenses, what's coming in, what's going out, right? And then you want to build for an emergency purposes to gain control over your personal finances, because a lot of times some of us are business owners, some of us are entrepreneurs, and some of us are leaders of the family, right? So if you're wanting to make sure that you're going to gain control of your finances, you're going to have to lead from the front in that aspect, right? And how you do so? Creating a budget again. Okay. I know it's tedious, right? Some of us be like, okay. Some of us love to go shopping because based off our emotional responses off of something, that's what we use to go, coddle ourselves. Some of us like to go shopping and go buy stuff that we know we don't need. You know what I'm saying? That's another aspect. That's another topic for another episode. But guys, making sure that you control those finances and building a budget, tracking your expenses, knowing what's going on. Are you eating out a lot? Okay. Are you spending money a lot here, through your subscription services, through your Netflix and all that, Hulu and, all your subscription? Track your expenses and then build an emergency fund. Like, things are going to happen again. We're not excluded from life, period. Right. And so life will happen. You better believe it. You can bet your bottom dollar, okay, that life is going to happen and you're not going to have any expectations as to what happens. You can't dictate or control how it happened, when it happened. You know what I mean? It just happens. So what are you going to do, right, when life happens and you won't have a budget set back or something saved back for those unfortunate happenings, if you will? Dang, I didn't expect this to happen to my car. Well, guess what? At least I had the money or the finances, right, to get it fixed. Now I don't have to be out of the pocket and waiting all this time, because guess what? I made sure that I put the techniques in place for my finances and make sure I can control them things. You know what I'm saying? The themes that, are centered around, will be our life and emotions and finances. And, with that, gaining the control and being able to manage your life is like, it's evident. Like, to me, you have to be able to control your life in order to be able to control other aspects. Businesses, if you can't, for my thing, like if you can't take care of your personal aspect of yourself, control yourself, how can you control an army as a man? How can you control, right, your business? How can you control if you are not able to control yourself as a man, as a person? It's just you're responsible for you, the control of you. Then why would you be given so much other stuff to control? That's backwards. If you can show lack of control with yourself, then why would I give you more to have lack of control with? Hello? The fuck? Well, what are we talking about here? Like, are we all right? Control, ladies and gentlemen. Controlling your life, controlling your emotions, controlling and managing the stress and anxiety that comes along with life, making sure that you control your time management, making sure that you control your bag. Don't be spending my bag, okay? You spend your bag. All right, guys, so look, I'm gonna go on to number 5. Control your health, okay? Health is what? Health is wealth, right? Being able to control your health with a healthy lifestyle. A good bit of us, we may change some of our habits, right? But they're not lifestyle changes. So catch me when I say this. I said habits, because some of us could be like, well, this is my goal. My goal is to lose 20 pounds. So once you reach that goal, right, you done did everything, that's why dieting really doesn't work. It only works for temporary. But if you're wanting to make a lifestyle change, then don't diet. I will highly encourage you not to. Let me just say that. Don't diet like, okay, well, once I reach this 20-pound goal, then what? Do you go back to doing all of the other stuff that you was eating and all that the bad habits? Like, once you reach your goal, what now? That plateau has been reached. Where do you go from there? If it's not a lifestyle change, if you're not doing it to make it a change throughout your life versus making it a temporary thing. Oh, I needed to get into this dress for this wedding I have to go through. Oh, I needed to, if you're dieting for a specific reason for you to reach this goal to get into this outfit, right? You ain't gonna be happy with the results. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's not gonna happen, looking at it realistically, right? So it's important to discuss the healthy diet, right? A healthy diet, regular exercise, adequate sleep, taking control of your sleep and physical well-being, guys, controlling your health. And a lot of times we kind of put ourselves and our health on the back burner. And especially I like to talk to my men in general, okay? They will put themselves all the way on the back left burner. You know what I'm saying? The one in the back. Yeah, that one. Men will do that, and they will wait until they're well into their 40s to just start, hey, oh yeah, I do need to take control of my health. It'd be like, damn, bro. You waited all this time to get you know what I'm saying? This is important, guys, that men got to be able to pour into themselves with that sense of control, having control over your health and maintaining a balanced lifestyle. Not to say you got to go all crazy, all out. Everything is done in moderation, guys. Balanced lifestyle, right? Balanced. Anything you do in moderation, you ain't got to go overkill. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to go too soft and underkill. Pause. You feel me? Because I do like y'all. But anyway, that was neither here or there. We talking about controlling your health, but that do have to do with men's health, right? Because, hey, you make sure you eating right. So make sure you have your stamina. Make sure you perform. You feel me? I'm just saying, guys. Controlling your health. Y'all know I'm crazy. Controlling your health, guys. Adequate sleep. We don't like to sleep as is. Men definitely don't like to sleep. They take about 4 hours of sleep and be good and be like, all right, on to the next project. And over time, that's cool for a certain amount of time. Again, anything you do in moderation and balancing, right? But if you try to do that for like over a period of time, over years, what do you think your body is going to do? I mean, essentially your body is going to, fall or succumb to, being ran raggedy in this, man. Okay, by the time you didn't hit in your 40s, when you in your prime, when you feel me? You more like, hey, you feel me? Like that don't match. Give me something that match. You like, give me something that match. I'm just saying, y'all, make it make sense. I will say this, finding control and finding a balance in things, and in people in general. Finding a balance and being able to take control of these different themes. Those are going to be like the 5 themes in life. Your life, your emotions, your time, your finances, your health. Finding control in these things, guys, is going to be very pinnacle. And especially in a time like this is post-COVID. And I don't know how much that means, because even during COVID, I struggled. I got COVID at a total of post and pre-COVID, like probably 3 times I've gotten COVID. You know what I mean? In the span of 3 years. And so I'd be like, well, how I get it, if I'm like one of the most, more conscious of washing my hands, I was already doing that, touching doorknobs. I was already kind of conscious of that pre-COVID. But again, you don't have no control over that, right? On the play of words, because there's certain things that you can't control, but those 5 things that we just went through, you can certainly control. Life on the outside circumstances, you can't control life. You don't know when you're going to die, when you're going to transition. You don't control that neither. But what you can control is in between that birth date and that death date. Whatever, and however much in between that is up to you on what you do with that time. Either you're going to waste your time, waste your money, be all over the place with your emotions, not balanced, have your health all out of whack, right? These are going to be the things that you want to gain control over, because these are the things that you can control. Other instances, I got in a car accident, somebody hit me. Okay, I can't control the way they was driving. I can control my car, my vehicle. I can look left and right in my mirror in the back. You know what I mean? That's what I'm in control of. But if somebody comes sideswipe me and ran the light, I can't control that. That's going to be different. Your reaction is where the control aspect comes in. Okay, what is your reaction from that, right? And so when we talk about gaining control of those themes of our lives, remember now, we talked about emotions, we talked about time and time management, we talked about health, and of course we know health is wealth, right? But then we also talked about effective budgeting. And that's major now in 2023. I want my bag, man. Who don't want their bag in order? And in order to get your bag and your finances, and I always say that you have to do what you got to do what you have to do in order to do what you want to do, right? That's going to be very pinnacle, right? To have that mindset. You're going to have to do what you have to do. I don't want to do. You feel me? I don't want to go work on this 9 to 5 to maybe supply my entrepreneurial, endeavors. I don't want it, but I have to in order to do later on what I want to do. I done set all that up. Now I got these different streams of income coming to me. So now I don't have to worry about that. I control that dynamic in my life. I control that theme, that area in my life. We got them 5 things, y'all. Your life, your health, your money, your finances, your time. Guys, and some of y'all need to be controlling that. Y'all don't make me say it, y'all, because don't make me say it. Controlling your desires too, right? Some of us can get out there and get a little lusty. You feel me? It's important for you to be in control of your desires. You just blow right past gold. Don't collect no $200 either. All that, okay? Skirt, people, good people. That energy that we harness, guys, and controlling that sexual energy, if you will, controlling the sexual aspect is another theme within itself. Because using that energy, right, sexual energy is going to be the most powerful energy that there is. Like, you create life with sexual energy. All that energy that you're putting into to procreate. And if you are not using that energy, right, in its fullness, okay, follow with me. If you're using that energy, guys, in its fullness, and you're not creating no more babies, because ain't no babies finna come back out here. You feel me? Like the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the kids. So I'm just saying that they ain't no more coming out of here. However, when you channel this energy here into your creativity endeavors, your gifts, your talents, and your abilities, baby, let me tell you, if you learn how to harness and control that sexual energy, thank you. Okay. It's an amazing thing, guys, because you gain so much self-confidence, self-worth. You are very sure of yourself when you have control over that root chakra, if you will, that sacral chakra. You know what I'm saying? Like, gaining control of that. I control that. You feel me? That's powerful. That speaks to the essence of your soul, of who you are, when you're able to gain control of your sexual energy, that sexual desire. Ooh, I want it so bad. But can you control yourself? Can you control those urges? Huh? Say that. What? Can you control that? Right? That's a major thing. You know what I'm saying? Being able to control your desires, your sexual desires at that. It'd be like, woo! I don't know, because God said, we together and that's what we supposed to do. I'm just saying. I'm just following through suit that's what they said you supposed to do. And why not enjoy it? But some of y'all out here wilding because y'all out there giving yourself out to willy-nilly to everybody, and then you mess around and get stuff back that you can't control. Hello? You heard me. You mess around out there, you get something that you can't control. Now you got to do other stuff, create a whole nother strategy, a blueprint amongst the other 5 or 6 I done told you got to do. Now you got to add that to the repertoire. Dang. Now I got to worry about getting some. I'm telling you guys, make sure you control from the front to the, instead of from the back. Pause. Make sure you control from the front. Be proactive, ladies and gentlemen. Be proactive, not reactive. It's that simple enough, right? Being proactive about the situation. Don't wait till the situation happened, then you got the plan. That's backwards. You have to prepare in order to, succeed. Nobody just jumps into shit and it happens like randomly. Yes, this happened. Very seldomly that does happen. You may take off a whim, like, fuck it, I'm finna just do it. And sometimes it may happen for you. Yay. Sometimes they're like, nah, that shit didn't happen for me, dog. I don't know for you. Okay. Why take a chance? We don't have to take chances when you're controlling what you can control and allowing what you cannot control to happen. But as long as you on your star player, see with them 5 tips that I gave you, as long as you follow through them 5 tips, so when life do happen left and right and hit you, you already straight. Like, oh shit, that happened. Oh shit, like, okay, I'm bouncing back. You feel me? It's like that. I'm just saying, all my life I had to fight. These are gonna be some techniques that I've had to learn. The side swiping. You feel me? Ooh, this nigga tripping. You know what I'm saying? You got to gain back your momentum, gain back your star player. All of you guys are amazing within yourselves and have these amazing gifts and talents and just amazing people all together. And especially if you're rocking with your girl Shay Speaks Life, because all my life I has to fight. Hello? I'm going to make sure you're right. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. You feel me? And I'm going to make it in a nice way. We going to laugh about it, but I'll be dead ass serious about what I be saying. Like, we can laugh about it. I'm going to make a joke about it, but I be, how they say in New York, dead ass, son. Word to my mother, like with a V. You feel me? I be dead ass serious, guys. These are the things that you're going to have to implement. We're in the Aries season. This is about action, ladies and gentlemen, about that action. Who about that action? Not about that talk. We're not about that talk. We're in Aquarian age. Aquarian is the age of knowing, not believing, or, I'm only going off what I know, not about what you're telling me. Okay? That's the Pisces age. We're in Aquarian age. You're going to have to make it do what it do. Let me see what you got. You feel me? That is where we're at with it. And then also, guys, you want to make sure that you're getting your star players, staying grounded, making sure if you are creatives out there, tap into the first episode in creativity on the Shay Speaks podcast, guys, because that gives you some tips on jumpstarting, getting back out into nature, getting back grounded so you can get back that creativity bridge, if you will, to get you back, bow, you feel me? Get you back popping. We all need that, right? And so I like to come out with these tips and certain things to get us back focused here. I don't have to have no long, drawn out, woe is ye and all this stuff. Y'all get what I'm saying? Stop playing. Guys, make sure you tap in. Follow me on all platforms. Shay Speaks Life. That's going to be on all platforms. And let me make sure I show it for y'all here. Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, your mama house, all of it. Guys, you can definitely find me on Inspire Radio as well. That's Inspire with a 3, not an E, radio station, guys. You can definitely find me there as well. During the weekday for the morning shows. You can definitely find me here this week on Inspire Radio as well, guys. So I'm super excited. This year has been amazing thus far, guys. We are only at the beginning, and I can't wait to see what develops from here. Until next time, guys, I will check